Here come the college football playoffs. Wow. Semifinal. We've been waiting for this. You got Rose Bowl. You got Michigan. You got Alabama. Do you know the SEC is 22-4 in college playoff games since this format was put into place? That's impressive. Nick Saban's 19-11 in college football playoff games. Jim Harbaugh, 2-7.
2-7.
2-7 in bowl games over the course of his career at Ann Arbor. Michigan's not won a bowl game since 2015. Michigan did beat Penn State, Ohio State at the end of the season. That was their feather in their cap. The Tide beat Georgia. Huge upset win. That's really the only marquee game Alabama's played. Now, the Tide, which lost early, solved its quarterback problems. Alabama's won 11 in a row. So you got Bama's 401 yard per game offense, led by quarterback Jalen Milroe, who's coming back. He wound up throwing for 31-56 and 35 touchdowns. Not bad for a guy that was not the starting quarterback at the start of the season. And they plugged him in, and Nick Saban coached him up, and Alabama got progressively better and better and better and got to the finish line and punched Georgia in the mouth. Now, Michigan's defense is unbelievable. So you got Bama, 401 yards per game. Do you think they're going to move the ball against Michigan? Michigan is giving up 239 yards a game defensively.
Wow.
You don't see that in football anywhere. 23 takeaways. Blake Corum, 24 touchdowns this year for Michigan. J.J. McCarthy, very, very efficient passer. I guess the keys are, can the Tide win if they can't run the football and it all goes on the shoulders of Jalen Milroe? Because half of Milroe's game is throwing down the field, but the other half is being able to run. And if that quarterback can't run what they want and their backs can't run against a defense giving up 239 yards per game, boy, they're in trouble. Now, can Michigan run the ball? You know, that's the big thing is Corum's got to run the ball to open up the passing lanes for J.J. McCarthy. Michigan can be dynamic, but this is Bama, and Bama's defense has gotten progressively better as the season's gone on. I don't know how to pick this game. I really don't. Milroe has really been explosive as the season's marched on. Saban's got all that experience. You got Harbaugh, the controversy, great defense. I think some questions about his offense. I don't know who's going to win this game. I guess if you're asking me, I'm going to pick Milroe in Alabama just based on who that coach is. And John Riley says,
well, you were big on Michigan when we were doing the preview of the season back in August.
And I was big on them going into the Ohio State game.
Yeah. So now I'm rooting for Michigan mostly because I want Alabama to lose. Okay. I'm just so sick and tired of Nick Saban and Alabama. And I kind of want to see Harbaugh just sort of stick it, you know, given all this controversy and just win in spite of all the controversy. But I'll tell you what, the Rose Bowl semifinal, great environment. About, 6-8 years ago, my son and I went to the game, Florida State, Oregon, Mariota versus Winston. And that was a really fun environment. So for all the people that are trekking to Pasadena, they're in for a good show.
So you are picking Michigan?
I'm picking Michigan, and I'm sticking with them.
Okay. So you and I won't be talking to each other this weekend. Oh, so we go